What's going on, everybody? Good morning, good morning, good morning. You guys got a little nervous. Did you get a little nervous that I wasn't going to start the show? It's Monday. I wanted to be fashionably late, keep everybody on the edge of their seats. I don't know. I sensed everybody was getting a little nervous. But we're here. We're live on YouTube, guys. We got 700 people live with us. I was having a little fun over on the YouTube Live and the X Live already. But we're here. We're ready to rock and roll. We got a lot to dive into, a lot of news, a lot of alpha. Of course, like we've been saying, man, this is the golden age of crypto. There's constantly things happening, constantly things going on. Michael Saylor just put his nuts on the table again this morning. Michael Saylor just dropped $5.4 billion on Bitcoin this morning at $97,000+. I mean, that is insane. Michael Saylor just doing some absolutely incredible things. He bought 55,500 Bitcoin for $5.4 billion. So if you think you're buying Bitcoin too late, take a look at that, okay? I mean, that's just insane. That is wild. We also had some news come in this morning. Recently, early this morning, Ripple announces a partnership with Arcax and another company, ABRDN, and they are excited to announce the first tokenized money market fund on the XRP ledger. It says here with $16 trillion in tokenized assets projected by 2030. This milestone unlocks cost savings and settlement efficiencies by deploying capital markets infrastructure on the XRPL. So that recently just dropped. And then I was just talking about the open interest market, the futures market right now on XRP. People are betting big on XRP. We dipped down to about $1.30 on XRP late last night, popped all the way back up to $1.54. The whales came in heavy on XRP. So they're trying to push this thing much, much higher. And we'll dive into that. And the metaverse, does anybody remember the metaverse? The metaverse is making a comeback. I don't know what the hell's happening, but for the last 2 days, I sorted my top 24, percentage gains, and I'm seeing Decentraland and the Sandbox. I thought those were dead. I thought those were done. What the hell's happening? Are we living in 2021 again? What the fuck's going on here? The Sandbox and Decentraland. I didn't even know those existed. So we could talk about that. I don't know what the hell that's. I don't know what we do with that. But they're pumping. So I don't know. Is the metaverse actually going to be a thing this time? I have no idea. Maybe. What's next? Bored Ape Yacht Club? What the hell's coming next? JPEGs. Let's pay $2 million for a picture of an ape. Sounds like a good idea to me. Sounds great. And then we'll go to the event and, hang out with the club members. I don't know. What's happening? What's going on here? What's going on?
Can someone click this, please?
I'm dying laughing.
What the hell is happening?
Someone please click this. I'm losing it.
What is going on here? I don't know where are we living? What are we doing?
Zach, this is the funniest monologue I think you ever had.
I don't know, man. I think I'm a little delirious. I just got back from traveling, so I don't know. But hey, man, we're having fun. What's going on, guys? What's happening? Welcome to the show. Let's go. Share the room. You guys know the drill. If you guys are over on YouTube and X, share it, retweet it, repost it, like it, comment, do all the great stuff. We got almost 900 people on the live streams with us. Epic for a Monday morning. Market bouncing back after a pullback yesterday. We're going to get dips, guys. Don't freak out. Don't run for the hills. Don't cry to mommy. It's fine. It's okay. We're going to get 10, 12, 15% pullbacks. We're fine. It's okay. Don't let it shake you out. Don't let it shake you up. Zach, what's going on, bro?
What's up, man? I got my dev hat on, but $96,000 Bitcoin, that's not a dip. A dip is like 80, 60, 50, 96,000. We're calling this a dip. That's ridiculous. Just like Zach said, look what Michael Saylor just did. He bought in at these prices. So in his head, obviously he's got to make a return on the investment of his investors. So he's thinking it'll at least 2x that from this point. So $96,000 Bitcoin. And I was looking too, man, Solana is only about a 3x away from matching Ethereum in market cap. Put that in the back of your head. This pump fund craze is freaking nuts. People are locking themselves in cages and all kinds of shit for these tokens. It's insane over on Solana, but that's not what we're doing. So anyways, but Solana is definitely a top meme blockchain. So, the money's flowing over there. And I need to pull up a post here. I posted the other day. I need to find it. It's from Kyle. Where the fuck is it here? Shit. It was talking about people bridging Ethereum over to Solana, but he had the exact number. It was crazy. I don't want to give false information. I'm trying to find it here. Damn, I'm terrible at this, Zach. How do you do this thing here? God, I can't even find it. Anyways, there's a lot of people bridging a lot of Ethereum over to Solana, probably because of the gas fees and what's happening with the network. So it's pretty exciting. I'm becoming a Solana maxi. Well, I'm just loving Solana, honestly, because when gas prices are up, you can swap, trade, and get into all that good stuff for really, really cheap prices. Yes, 95% of shit over there rugs, and the devs, are 12 years old and they're banging their heads on the wall as they're going live streaming this and rugging people for 12 grand. But that it is what it is. That phase will pass out, and then there'll be great projects that flourish over there. And you just got to pay attention. There's some out there that's doing well right now. Just pay attention. But overall, the market's looking promising. I'm super excited. $96,000 Bitcoin is super epic, bullish. Trump's not even in the White House yet. Gary Gensler isn't fired yet or resigning yet. He's going to, but right now we still got a little more momentum, and then I think it's going to rocket. I think I see people pulling profits out of Bitcoin and putting them back into altcoin stuff. Obviously, Ethereum's pumping right now, which I could see people taking profits off of that. Stables went up a little bit, so it's all market trend. This seems right. I kind of like the gradual grow, so you can kind of take a minute, think, make sure your portfolio is correct, make adjustments as you need. So really, really good stuff going on. ADA's up 35%, Avalanche. I've been really watching XLM, up 103% in 7 days. Damn, I wish I got into that one, but I've been having my dev hat on, so I've been a little busy behind the scenes, working hard, but it's all crypto. I love it, and we're here forever. Like Matasko says, you can never get me out of crypto. Thank you.
Let's freaking go. Hey, guys, real quick, I just want to welcome to the stage our sponsor today, Arcus Games. Shout out to Larry for the hookup and the connection and letting us and allowing us to meet them. The Breakfast Club wants to welcome Arcus today. Guys, they are backed by Binance Labs, incubated by Sonium, and I posted something up in the nest. Check out how insane that is. They're going to be joining us sporadically over the next 4 or 5 weeks. So they'll be coming in with alpha every single time they drop in here. You guys know that gaming is one of those sectors we talk quite a bit about here on the Crypto Breakfast Club. And in my opinion, and I think in a lot of people's opinion, it's very undervalued right now. It's kind of getting overlooked, but it's going to make another big run. It's on the come up, and some of these great companies are going to be right at the forefront, and Arcus is going to be one of those companies. So, guys, if you're not yet following them right here on X, do that. Check out all of what they're doing on their website. Highly encourage you guys to hop into their socials, and we're going to hear from them today as well. So can't wait for that. They've got some alpha to share for us And again, every single time they drop in, they're going to come in with some fire. So super pumped to have them as a sponsor here on the Breakfast Club. And we'll get over to Paid, and then we'll hear from Arcus, our sponsor. And then I see all the hands already fired up. We're ready to go. Guys, share the room. Let's get as many people in here as we possibly can. Almost 1,000 people already with us on the live stream, which is epic. That's across YouTube and X. But let's get this space fired up, too. Let's get as many people in here as we can. Paid, what's going on, man? What's happening?
Zach, I swear, the more money that flows into the crypto ecosystem, somehow, I don't know what black magic this is, but the funnier you get. Now, it's probably because you're hanging out with me and Zach all the fucking time, but you're getting funny, Zach. I'm fucking over here in tears and shit. That shit was hilarious. I'm clipping that. I think I told you guys this before. I'm making a big, like, compilation of what I think the funniest moments are of the year since we started. So I have a whole folder on my phone of all these clips. And Jesus Christ, if I played them all together, I wouldn't be able to breathe for a year. I swear to God, that shit is hilarious. But good morning. Oh wait, hold on. GM, because that's Zach's favorite thing. GM. Me and Zach from Subway and Shelby were in the trenches this weekend. We were in the trenches, just so everyone knows, and we're doing very well. A lot of work getting done in the trenches. I just wanted to say, look, the market, guys, VeChain. Zach, I don't know if you know. Have you been looking at VeChain? Because that thing went from number 50 on fucking CoinMarketCap to number 37. Guys, whoa. You guys need to wake up because fucking VeChain, I've been saying that. That was one of my highest conviction plays. That one, and then the next one, Zach, SNEC, come on. I think SNEC might have one of the best charts this cycle as of right now. Can you pull that up on your live stream so people can see the SNEC chart? Go to the 1 month, go to the 1 year, go to the all-time. Jesus Christ almighty Lord. Because that chart is insane. It went from, I was talking about it at like, what, 65, 70 million? It hit 335 million, and it hit that shit quickly over the last couple of weeks, guys. You can ask Zach. I've been blowing up his phone. Oh, look at fucking SNEC. I told you. I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm looking at my portfolio. I'm throwing tomatoes in the air and shit. It's crazy over here. Wait, Zach, you're muted. What's up?
366% in the last month. 366%. I've been hanging on to my SNEC over in my Vesper wallet, just waiting. It's so funny. It was just weeks ago I was making fun of Paid because, it went up like 20 or 30% in a day, and Paid's getting all excited. And I'm like, bro, talk to me like when I'm like back like comfortably in the green here. Like 20, 30%, that's cute. That's cute. But I need like 300%. Well, we freaking got it. 366% in the last month. So great call, man. And I think that thing's heading to $1 billion, 100%. I mean, especially with now all the bullish sentiment in the market and specifically around Cardano. This is the meme coin on Cardano. I mean, it's not even close. I mean, nothing compares. So yeah, I love it, bro.
Zach, I think it's going much higher though. Cardano's not even close to all-time highs, right? All-time high was around $3. We're at like 1. So we're getting there, but we're not even close. And then wait for SNEC to follow Cardano. Dude, SNEC's going to go to $3 billion. I'm calling it right now on the show. What is the date? November 25th on 2004. SNEC's going to $3 billion by the end of the cycle. Thank you. That's all I really got. We're in the trenches, Zach. We're all in the trenches. Let's go.
Hey guys, man. Let's go.
Yeah, I just wanted I'm cutting in. I know I cut in line. I just wanted to add something. Zach from Subway mentioned Pump.Fun. And I just have to say this because I was really disturbed by all these reports that people are posting online that there's like basically dark web type things happening. I mean, really, really bad stuff to like kids and things that I don't want to mention.
SEC inbound, Treasury inbound, Interpol inbound. That was my alpha.
I hope so, because it is like, I mean, I was just so grossed out. I feel like they should be shut down and that everybody should boycott Pump.Fun because, like, I mean, that sort of thing just shouldn't happen with live streams. And I don't even see why they're even allowed to live stream. Like, what's going on there, you guys? But I was so disturbed. I couldn't sleep last night when I when I was seeing that, and I've been rating posts saying like, boycott pump.fund, and I'm all for like freedom of expression and freedom of speech and decentralization and all that, but that's not what this is, and they need to be looking into that. But
And
okay, I'm done.
And emails this morning. I was going to tell Zach and Pate and everyone else in here. Yeah, it's going down 1,000,000%. So I'm not trying to fade anyone's bag. It's no financial advice, but law enforcement and it's in consensus. So Europol, Interpol, U.S. Treasury, Secret Service, IRS, and FBI, and U.S. cyber crimes initiative out of CPIC is involved, and also the rest of the alphabet soup. It's really it's not just that, but it's also a way for them to seize lots of funds. So we have to look at it from both ends. But I guess they're being incentivized for seizing the funds. So I'm not telling you to be cautious, but maybe you might want to be more selective on what projects that you're investing in on Pump Fund and Raydium both, and just Solana as a whole, because it's totally different. It's organized totally different. There's no foundation or any real figureheads now that are kind of it's just a free for all. But yeah, the U.S. Treasury Department and the FBI, 1,000,000%.
Hey, Larry and Zach, this is a very important topic. I actually came up early because I wanted, and I'm so glad Larry said this. And guys, I am a nobody. The one thing I always like to lean on is like the common sense part, right? And usually I try to back it with something. So somebody who wants to go look it up or question, you can go read it for yourself. It's one thing to do something and say, hey, I just did it and I'm okay. It's another thing to do it intentionally. Okay. In all of criminal justice systems is about proven intent. And there is a law which is under the Communication Decency Act. This is actually one that, and Larry, I'm so glad you mentioned this, because this could create a ripple effect, and not just Pump Fund, but everything else within that entire ecosystem. And I'm saying this lightly because I've posted something here. If you want to read it, please go read it. This is not coming from me. This is actually in a law that governs internet service providers, ISPs. And there is what we call, I think under section 230, there's section 502. There's some highlights I've posted in the comment section. Please go read it, okay? Before you go, poke your eye and say, hey, I'm going to poke my eye if you don't pump my bag, okay? Or if you don't pump my project. This is stupidity, right? And sometimes it's okay to do that, but it's only okay until you get a lawyer, until you're told to go lawyer up. And when you lawyer up, your lawyer gets you in a room and says, hey, did you read this? You're like, no, I didn't. Okay, cool. This is the consequence of not reading, and here's what I'm going to tell you. So be careful out there, guys. You can go do whatever you want, okay? But what you can't do, and I don't remember who was talking. There was a lady that was talking about children and all that. I mean, some of these kids are like 11 years old or whatever, right? If you read the first part of section 502, it talks about defensive and offensive, right? There's also passive and active. This is all about moderation, right? Facebook, Meta, YouTube, everybody. And I think you can say, well, Trump will save me. No, Trump cannot save you, because in the law, it says clearly what it is. So before you do something stupid, you have to look. And you also have to be careful. These people that are platforms, they have money. So you may not have enough money to defend yourself, but obviously Pump Fund, the backers of Pump Fund may have money, and they can dole it out to somehow skate themselves out of any trouble. You have to be careful. And I just, that's why I came up, Zach, Thank you for letting me speak my nonsense. But Larry, I support what you just said. This is
Natasha,
not. Yeah, go
besides
ahead.
that section 232 to 508, the biggest thing is intent on it's a violation of interstate commerce. So that's one of the biggest violations that there, and some of the trademarks as well. So it's a blanket, it's going to be blanket FUD. It's going to be part, intent of minors and interstate commerce, what you just talked about. They're gonna talk about the Internet Decency or Communications Decency Act, but of course the interstate commerce is one of the biggest violations, and then also the intellectual rights for some of the memes. There's going to be a blanket cease and desist on some of the intellectual properties that are being used to represent some of the memes. But I hate to be like the Debbie Downer, but Amber, you brought it up, so that's what I was going to talk about today first before I talked about something else. But that's a huge amount of the liquidity in the market anyways. Better to be nipped in the bud before it becomes a talking point for the naysayers, and I like all the good products on Solana, but for everyone there's like 2 bad projects right now. It's the unfortunate part. But I also want to say that there's some good things. Someone had mentioned that there was going to be 4 billion in USDT minted, 1 billion first from Ethereum, and wow, what happened? 4 more billion USDT minted, and I told you guys that 2 weeks ago. So here on the Zach Humphreys Crypto Breakfast Club, just saying. Again, to the number, Zach, to the number. I said 4 billion to the number, not 1 or 2 billion more. I said 4 billion total within this 2-week cycle. And yeah, 2 weeks ago to the state, exactly. Could go check the recordings if you want receipts, but it's there. So just saying. And I have some more alpha to that note to add to give you kind of not financial advice, but a guide path to some more interesting segues. Just wanted to shout out my boy Dan at Arcus down there. Known him since the last bull run. So happy he's in here with the real, and man, one of the first, Sonium chain incubated projects, not just Binance Lab. That was around when the Binance Labs incubated them, but Sonium. First 100 protocols on Sonium. That's huge, and the game speaks for itself. The devs speak for themselves. And one thing I wanted to say is, like, there's lots of projects, and this is not a shill. This is just speaking to the character of the team and Dan, good people. So nothing but real utility, real use case, and I'm bullish on Arcus, right? So Zach from Subway and Paid told me, and Crypto Postman told me, buy some Nova, right? But I will buy some Arcus 1,000,000%. Or I already have bought a bag before it's going to launch. I know that it will send as soon as Sonium starts going public with their round 1 incubation projects. And, they're doing so much to push the games in the right direction. So, I mean, you're going to see one of the first large input access points for pay to play and for digitized proxy assets from, of course, NFTs and beyond. So, and the game is awesome. It's not like I forked Tower Defense and said I have a ground breaking game, so pump my token. It's not like that. It's a real game. So just putting that out there.
That's good stuff. I'm glad we covered the pump fund stuff too. I was gonna get into it no matter what, but it is kind of the lead right now. And I think, as crazy as crypto is, this has gotten a little too crazy. It's even too crazy for crypto. And we look at crypto as the wild, wild west, and the people have control. But I mean, obviously it's gotten out of control pretty quickly here. And there are a lot of great projects on Solana, right? And I don't know. I would love to talk to some of the higher ups at Solana right now and ask them, do you like your image right now? Do you like this direction where you're heading? Because it is turning into the crypto casino in a lot of ways, but there are a lot of good projects too. One that I mentioned, I'm a private investor in this one. It's doubled in the last 4 or 5 days, guys. TARS AI, it's up to $162 million market cap. I was calling it out at 50 million, 60 million. This is a really quality project, and so there's a ton of these. I've mentioned another one on this channel and on this stream a lot. Zeus, Zeus. These are non-meme coins, like quality projects. Tars AI, the first one I mentioned there, that's an AI project backed by the Solana Foundation, but everything's kind of getting overshadowed now by this whole Pump.Fun controversy and the scrutiny after, you know, these reports of users threatening, you know, violent acts and self-harm. And it's a shame, you know.
Yep.
It really is, because I think there are a lot of good things happening on this chain too. And
well, Zach, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but but one of the big things is, you know, like Mutasco said, law is not an excuse for intent. You know, intent or ignorance of the law does not protect you from, you know, showing intent, right? And some of the projects, though, the way they're going to break it down is like, it's an ICO and you're you know, supposed to be, no, not Joe Pub, you're supposed to be Anon, but some of the projects that you are contributing to are breaking both you know, the Communications Act or the Broad Securities Act, and also the Internet Decency Act, you know, because some of the funds are going into. But there's good projects like Nova from Zach and Paid, you know, or most from Zach. He's a CTO anyways, but and then there's all of these other projects that are willing to do whatever they can for the sake of pumping, you know, and it's not gonna end well. But actually, Zach, it's a better narrative to have now than before we go into full swing, you know. And to talk about something really important, though, you talked about Metaverse and you talked about Sandbox. Remember, I told you I was in Japan and I was, you know, in front of 100,000 people, both in person and you know, on video cast at the Kyoto Blockchain Summit, and that was the main focus, was Metaverse and Sandbox. If you go through my feed, you'll see videos of live interactive AR, NFT, and VR combined in an interactive setting. 2 new Sandbox lounges have opened up in Shanghai. I did a video cast, and I did a post from that Sandbox lounge. And so in Asia, it's not really has never really went anywhere. It's an acute factor. And you see in Metaverse and Sandbox pumping because of all of the new external investment, because of all the game integration. So you saw Animoca Brands do full cooperation with Metaverse and Sandbox, and you see a lot of educational and development cooperation between Sandbox and Yuga, which is Ape Chain, you know, and ApeCoin, with Sandbox and now Metaverse. So they're all kind of helping each other. It's a lot more different playing field. But in Asia, like you know, Metaverse and Sandbox has never left. It was just sleeping, you know. And I'm not giving you any financial advice, but you're going to see exponential growth from Metaverse and Sandbox, especially Sandbox in liaison with Animoca Brands. So Animoca is going deep into Metaverse. And you know, you had Pokemon Go for a long time, and people were talking about how Pokemon Go and Niantic were using Pokemon Go to get free navigation information for their Navi app and for their GPS app. I would say that's pretty damn smart. The game made, you know, millions and billions of dollars. But the big alpha I wanted to drop on that, because you just brought it up, is look for Pokemon and a couple other turn-based card franchises that are classic, like Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, etc., giving you AR, VR games that are going to be coming tokenized for items and also for playing time. That's coming. So, you know, it might not be bad to have a speculative bag, no financial advice, but just to have a bag set aside, because, you know, it's coming. They really are going heavy into AR and VR, and that's why all of these devices are being developed. And next, you're going to see all these ICOs pairing with these, you know, glasses and goggles developers to have an integrated product for the RWA production on the proxies for these NFTs and in-game play items. So it's coming. I have more for that too later, Zach.
That's good stuff. I want to get down to the Crypto Breakfast Club account. Make sure you guys are following that one. And then let's get over to Arcus, who is our sponsor today. And we'll come back around. And I still want to talk about Pump.Fun and go through all these market insights and give everybody a chance to jump in here. But Shelby's over on the Breakfast Club account. We'll go to her, and then we'll go up to Dan from Arcus and hear what they've got cooking.
Hey guys, thanks Zach. I just wanted to say happy Monday. I'm excited to start another week here at the Crypto Breakfast Club. I know that we had some great conversations over the weekend on our Telegram. So, always, I'm so sorry, my puppy is insane. Always join our Telegram. It's completely free, and I'm going to post it up in the bubble today. Over the weekend, I did get the opportunity to play around with Zach's XT Algo, and I know that there is a sale, so I think it's going on today, ending at some point. So if you haven't, gone in there, check it out. Definitely do that. I had a lot of fun with it, and it is, right spot on, and I'm really impressed with the engineering behind it. So check that out. As far as the market, I am so bullish. I am so excited. I had the opportunity to talk to my 17-year-old son this past weekend, and he wants to invest in his future. So we were talking about that. There's just so many projects that, with Bitcoin pumping, the money will trickle down, and as the president-elect comes into office, the things that are able to happen. Or the banks being more willing to put some money into crypto, or whatever it may be. So we had a really good conversation about that, and I jotted down some notes, and I'm going to drop in the CBC Telegram, and it's really like some education. And we're so excited, Zach and I, to be a part of this community. You have so many places to be on a Monday morning, work, you sleep, depending on where you are, and you chose to be with us. So we are very, very grateful for that, and I can't believe that we are still rolling since April daily. So thank you so much.
Awesome stuff. Yeah, speaking to XT Algo, yeah, we're running a Black Friday special right now, guys, up until midnight tonight Central Standard Time. So I think there's already been like 39 people who have taken advantage of this offer, which is awesome. You're never going to find my trading indicator at this price point. So if you guys are interested in that, it's on my pinned post up on the X page right here. So you guys can check that out. But let's get up to Arcus, our sponsor today. I know they've got some insight. I believe it's Dan on the other end there. Dan, why don't you give us just the rundown of Arcus, and then obviously tell us about some of the alpha, what you guys got cooking up. And guys, make sure you guys are following the main account here, Arcus. They've also got their other account down there, Arcus Champions. You're going to want to follow that too, and I'm sure Dan will speak to that a little bit. But glad to have you, man, on the Breakfast Club. Welcome in.
Cheers, thank you. I mean, first and foremost, thanks for having us here, Zach. Appreciate the opportunity to present Arcus, and shout out obviously to Larry for putting us in touch. And honestly, Larry's been incredibly supportive since I've met him. So thanks to you guys for having us. And yeah, to get into Arcus, like I like to call it the ape homeworld. Basically, Arcus is this IP of friendly, cartoony apes that have like fruit guns and all sorts of like meme stuff. We got like a chicken glider too, and yeah, honestly, we've been building this since 2021. So we've been around for quite a long time. Originally backed by Binance Labs, and recently we've entered incubation with Sonium, which are also part of the Astar team, which is like a very OG Web3 project, and honestly, it's been a great experience. Their team really knows what they're doing, and yeah, honestly, like with Sony's backing, I'm really excited to see what's coming. So obviously, we have our second account here, which is Arcus Champions. Right, this is basically the first game that we're working on. You can see the sponsored tweet. Thanks, Zach, for putting that up for us. And yeah, this is our trailer with our beta 2 that's going to be releasing next week on the 4th of December. And then we also have our Steam and Epic Games pages up. So if you're a gamer, if you got an Epic account or a Steam account, hit that wish list. Really, every single wish list helps us and yeah, like that's a great way in which you can show support. To get into it a little bit, so Arcus Champions is a third-person shooter game where you effectively have these champion characters, which are NFTs. And yeah, like there's a mix of stats, guns, and abilities, and some cool things we've added, like stacking up your abilities with teammates. And you basically just play in online game modes with friends, and everything is, it's really like, there's, part of the focus is making the game competitive, but really a big focus for us has been just making it really funny, because we think that that's like key to kind of like get a lot of like user generated content out, and to just have people have a good time. And yeah, like part of our target demographic is honestly like on the younger end, so like kids. So yeah, that's kind of like an overview. Then we're also building a protocol, which Larry here from MetaTrust is going to be helping us audit actually, and it's called skill staking. This is like an original protocol we developed for our game, but in general, like something that we actually want to scale up to bring to other Web3 games. Effectively, the idea is, back your favorite players, earn based on their rank, i.e., we think that there's definitely like, there's definitely some gamers that also buy tokens, but there's some people who might just play the game and some people who might just buy tokens. And effectively, our system bridges these two together so that you can effectively, with Arcus tokens, stake players inside the game and then earn yield based on their rank, right? So effectively, if someone is like a very good gamer, you can get them involved, get them to download the game and play, and then stake them, skill stake them is the kind of like term that we're trying to coin with the system, and effectively earn based upon how those players do. And inside the game, the player gets a number of benefits. First main benefit is voting power, right? Like we believe that in like a future, we'd like to bring the kind of like permissionless governance aspects of gaming over to players, so players can essentially vote. Then they also earn in-game currency, which allows them to buy like exclusive skins, etc., assets, which are all NFTs. So that's kind of like how we aim to bridge the two together. And yeah, that's like an overview of what we're working on. We've also got like an AI anti-cheat that we're working on also here alongside Larry and the guys at Hash AI, who are honestly a brilliant team. Like definitely check them out if you haven't yet. And yeah, like part of our thesis there is that as Web3 gaming becomes more financialized, right? You've got these assets, you've got them having some monetary worth, etc. It's going to be more important to have very good anti-cheat for the games coming out. There's obviously some anti-cheats already out in the market, but there's definitely a lot of space to improve, and especially with AI becoming like obviously growing, and we're effectively seeing cheating becoming a bigger problem because it's easier to make cheats, right? And so our counter to that is let's use AI to actually protect the players and the integrity inside games. So yeah, thanks for having us, and definitely check us out. And if you're a player, definitely download, follow us and download the beta 2 on the 4th of December. And then we're going to be having Discord game nights, etc. So you'll be able to get to know ourselves, myself, and the community.
And I just wanted to add to that, Dan, a hybrid stacked AI layer, an agent for the anti-cheat and the AI scanning mechanism. So, we own all of our GPUs at Hash, but at MetaTrust, we have one of the largest AI agent layer labs in the world. We have Aegis, which we lease to so many other security and other AI companies. So you will see a very custom and proprietary AI learning model that's self-learning and self-scavenging. So it's going to be different. And right now, Arcus is on BNB chain, right, Dan? Currently?
Yeah, we're on BNB chain right now. Well, like, yeah, I guess the alpha to drop here is Sonium is going to be releasing next quarter.
Yep.
This is, effectively the Sony-backed chain, and Larry actually also made me realize it's also backed by Samsung. Like the team at StarTale actually, in their seed round, they had Samsung invest in them. So huge initiative, I think. And one of the,
wait, real quick, Dan. I'm sorry. Buy BNB, Arcus cheaper, undervalued, then later Sonium, and you can figure out the rest. That's not financial advice, but I'm just telling you that because someone asked me in the DM, it's like 3 people, where can we find Arcus, right? But I'm going to ask Dan. Maybe he can give you some alpha. Is there going to be migration to Sonium chain later, or are you going to have 2 assets? Because that's what someone else just asked me too, Dan.
Yeah, so the Arcus token right now is on BNB chain. It's actually also on Ethereum, and our bridge is using Chainlink CCIP. Now, Chainlink's actually coming out with their Chainlink CCIP 1.5, and yeah, like they basically have like a really clean UI for bridging over tokens. So yeah, it's gonna pretty much like be the exact same token.
Web 2 and Web 3 assets, and we talked about that actually here on Crypto Breakfast Club when I was broadcasting from Chainlink's event at Shanghai, blockchain festival at ETH Shanghai, and it's not just for tokenized assets; it should be for many assets on the CSIP. So I didn't mean to hijack you, Dan, but I just want people to know how big of a deal that it will be on the Chainlink 1.5, not just the UI, but the utility itself, and how much more access you have for onboarding, offboarding assets, etc., onto Arcus. Just in case you forgot.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, honestly, I've known the guys at Chainlink for 3 years, and I have to say that I absolutely love the elegance in which they put out solutions, and I have no doubt that I say it's CCIP. I noticed you call it CSIP. That's cool. And yeah, I have no doubt that it's going to be huge. Like, it's really going to help loads of companies, etc., adopt on-chain tech in a very seamless and easy way. But to go back to the token, it's currently on BNB and ETH, and will be on Sonium the moment their mainnet launches. But to touch on Sonium a tiny bit more, we dropped our trailer, and I was actually surprised. The founder of Sonium and StarTale, Sota Watanabe, who's quite a well-known guy, especially in the Japanese Web3 realm, kind of QT'd us, and he said that gaming is going to be a big focus on Sonium, right? And this is where you really have to pay attention, because Sonium has all of the IPs and all of the network of Sony, right? So if there's going to be, I played Ratchet and Clank, Uncharted, God of War, all of these massive gaming IPs that are going to be looking to do something with tokenized assets, where they're going to go. So yeah, I'll close it with that. But I'm incredibly bullish on Sonium and gaming, and incredibly glad that we're going to be there from day one.
We're incredibly glad to have you guys today, and we're going to keep you up here. We're going to shuffle around the room, and thanks so much for the breakdown, guys. If you haven't already, give them a follow, hop into their website. I mean, you guys can see we're bringing on a lot of different type of projects as sponsors. And again, shout out to Larry for hooking us up. I had a chance to talk with Dan, and we've been kind of working this out over the last few weeks, and really upwards to a month. So glad we got this rocking and rolling, and I know people are going to be super pumped and excited with some of the alpha that you guys are going to be able to drop here over the next several weeks and months. So super excited about that. And I see Mars been waiting down there. Your Corp's been waiting. A couple other things. It looks like WIF, popular meme coin, going to be getting listed to Robinhood soon. I put that up on the Nest. Robinhood took a picture of the WIF hat, just cut it off, which was kind of funny. So I don't know, maybe a play there. It looks like it pumped, and then the market pulled back and it sold back off. So for all you degens and traders out there, which that's a lot of us, that might be a play. I think Mar wants to speak more on something macro. If I'm correct, and looking at the comment that he dropped on the space, make sure you guys are firing up the comment section. Let everybody know we're here. We'll go to Mar and then your corp, and we'll keep this thing rolling. What's up, Mar? Good morning, bro.
What's up, Zach, Pate, Erukova, Larry? Hope everyone is doing great. Yeah, man. No, I saw the news. Some conflict that's ending in the Israel war. I guess it's better than nothing. Whatever is happening out there. I mean, I didn't see the market react too great about it, but that's good in a way. At least when bad news comes from that war, the market won't react either. But yeah, man, happy that they're guess ending the war with one of many countries Israel is fighting with, whatever it is. But not other than that, man, it was a good weekend. I closed my trade on Autumn Cosmos. I doubled my money there. It was a pretty big trade there. I even won on a scratch off, man. I won $500 on a scratch off ticket that I play like maybe once or twice a year. And other than that, man, it was the market. I still think that Bitcoin is holding really tough. Really strong at 95, 90. Our trade has been pumping really good today. Then they're up like 25, 26%. We're getting to the level where that one exchange got hacked and they dumped on us like almost $200,000 worth of our trade. But we survived that, and that just shows, the strength of the community and a project. When you survive something like that on such a low market cap project. But yeah, man, I just want to touch one thing because we had the lady Amber come up here, and she was saying she couldn't. I don't know. Last night she had a rough night. Seeing these things from Pump Fund and all this shit. I'll tell you what. Sometimes I come in here and I'm a little bit emotional about the Bitcoin maxis. I think Bitcoin is like a virus to the space when it comes to Bitcoin maxis. And I'll tell you why later on. But going back to Amber, don't if you're an investor, which I'm pretty sure you are, you can't let this shit cloud your mind and stress you out. If you're not an investor and and you want just the world to be a better place, that's fine. But if you're an investor, don't let this shit cloud your mind. It's stupid shit that I'm pretty sure the government would fix this issue or take care of it, whatever it is. And if they don't, it is what it is. I try to always tell my the people around me that are learning. The first thing is, sometimes I could get emotional, but I'm already trained to block it really quick and not lose my concentration on my investment on what I'm looking in the future to invest on. And if you fall deep into the rabbit hole with all these issues, that are really not in your control, you can find yourself, making a bad investment and just your brain getting clouded from all these, fucked up problems, which I agree with you 100%. I think Pump Fund is what's going on is really fucking disgusting, you know. But yeah, man, and to tell you the truth, the biggest virus in this space is the Bitcoin maxis. They are very powerful. They got a lot of money, and every time they talk about the space, people listen, and it's a fucking virus that many of us are actually underestimating. I've had a few. I've done a few portfolios for rich people, and all they want is Bitcoin, and it takes me a while to convince them. Like, listen, no, do 80% Bitcoin, but put some money here. You have a better upside here, and the risk is not as bad as people are telling you that it is. I had an individual the other day came to me and said, "Man, thank you, Mark. Holy shit, Dodge coin." And he bought Dodge at 10 cents and he put a lot of money. I'm talking more than six figures, and he is fucking super happy to where he got some profit and he's like, "No, man, I'm holding it." He believes now in Dodge. And at first when he came to me, he was only Bitcoin and maybe Ethereum. you know. But when I heard that from him, I'm like, man, it just thrills me. And let me tell you, I don't make money out of these people. These for me, these rich fucking people are just my strong network. Where in the future, you just never know. So for me, it's my network and and relationships. But yeah, for me, that's a big threat. And Motasco has to listen to me, and my emotions about it, because I know that what they're trying to do is, for them, they would nuke the whole fucking space if they wanted to and just leave Bitcoin. I had a fucking clown today say, you know, cryptocurrency is all a scam. All these projects are not going to survive. Only Bitcoin. You can't invest on cryptocurrency. I'm like, what the fuck is Bitcoin? What is Bitcoin then? He was basically saying that Bitcoin was not a cryptocurrency, and I had another one that we actually messaged. I mean, this guy was like impossible. He basically said that Bitcoin, it's savings. It is not an investment, and that was like, like, all right, man, you you need some help, to say that Bitcoin is not an investment. But yeah, Zach, other than that, man, I took my profits from Autumn, and finally I did the move, man. I went in big on Shiba. You know that I sold one of my Bitcoins for Ethereum, and I'm going to put the coin that's going to follow Ethereum when Ethereum goes nuts, and everybody starts talking about Ethereum flipping Bitcoin, because that conversation is fucking coming soon. You know, now everybody's talking about maybe Solana flipping Ethereum, and then in a few months from now, we're going to be talking about Ethereum flipping Bitcoin. So yeah, man, I put big money. I was going to put a little bit more, but I decided to go a little bit towards Crow too. And but yeah, man, I went big on Shiba. I think Shiba it's hasn't performed that well either, compared to what Dutch has done the last few weeks. But yeah, man, other than that, the market is really strong right now. I had some other news and I completely forgot, but yeah, man, we got Kaspas holding there on 15 cents, and everything looking good. Just waiting for the news. I'm like, man, if there's one thing that I just can't stop thinking of, you know, is the taxes, man. What is Trump gonna say about taxes when it comes to crypto? And one of the assets is XRP, man. XRP. You imagine if there's no taxes on trading, day trading, how the volume that XRP is going to get, because I believe XRP is an American, a U.S. coin with crazy liquidity, where traders could come from the stock market to trade the fuck out of it. I mean, it's going to be insane. And I'll land the plane with this, Paige. If you're there listening, yesterday I sat with three of the big boys from Club 11. They came to the Ferris wheel, and free drinks. I got the free entrance, but the girls ain't free, and that's the most expensive part. So I'm staying away from Club 11, and yeah, they wanted to. They got into an NFT project, and they want to start getting NFTs into bottles and stuff like that. Like when people buy a bottle, they get an NFT. Crazy shit, man. It's that tells you right there, uh, how this space is growing, man. And again, fuck that pump fund. Get that shit out of your head. It's out of our control, and concentrate on your investment, because we only have a few more months left. Who knows? People are saying this bull market might be 3-4 years. Maybe we got 6 more months, maybe a year. So fuck touching grass. All in on crypto. Then when you make your millions, you go and you do what Pay does, travels around the fucking world, and does all these things, and have fun. But right now, no time for grass. The last time I tried to touch grass, I got fucking attacked by a duck.
Oh, fuck. Someone clip it. Yo, and to add to the fucking giggles right now, Mar, we love you, brother. I don't know why you just dropped down. That's funny. To add to the giggles, please look at fucking Matt's profile picture. What the fuck is going on? Yo, Matt, what's up, dude?
Well, I figured since I got a little bag in Nova, the Zach CTO, I would, help promote it any way I could. So I'm not removing the tinfoil hat. So I added the symbol to the tinfoil hat.
I'm fucking crying. Matt, what's going on? Hit me with something. I know you got some tinfoil hat shit. Give me something. What do you got?
Actually, Mark kind of like I'm gonna touch on what Mar said here. One of his little comments of this could last only 6 months, but I don't believe that. But I think there's still a lot of people that do believe that out there. And I have a friend right now who's holding back, aping in on an altcoin. He's holding back, aping in on Hedera because he wants to see it go back below 10 cents. And that's the first time I've ever heard anybody or even seen a comment or heard a comment or saw it on X where somebody made that statement. And I'm like, under 10 cents? Dude, that's crazy. Why would it go under 10 cents? Like, Trump is in. This is going nowhere but up. Yeah, we're going to have some pullback every now and then, but not like it was. Not like in the bear market. But what's happening here with all this stuff, you notice how crypto is just kicking butt, and now mainstream media takes over and says, oh, there's people threatening self-harm if you don't do this or do that on crypto. Like, that's the mainstream media pushback. So to me, that's just another bullish sign of, hey, we're doing the right thing. We're going to stay the course. So I put all this stuff into the pot, right? Mix it up. And what that tells me is somebody's putting these people up to that to spread FUD about this bull run, because everybody probably listening to this space is still very bullish. So, I'm going to stay bullish on it. I'm going nowhere. It's what more can you say other than we're past the start line now. So I'm trying to get through to my buddy about aping into this coin, and he's looking at like XRP and all this and that. Well, then I saw Da Vinci Jeremy's video this morning, and he says, nobody wants to be the first person to buy Bitcoin over 100K. That's why we're not going to see it break 100K the rest of this month.
But Matt, let me tell you something real quick.
Yeah.
I got a feeling it's going to be longer than 6 months. You get what I'm saying? What I meant to say is like, like just be focused. Now we gotta enjoy this where we're at right now. And sometimes people forget the punishment, or maybe they didn't go through the whole bear market and they just got into crypto a few months ago, and they don't know how organizing it is and bad a bear market is, which is the time for opportunities to buy. But just like there's always great news to turn the market into a bull market, there's always bad news to turn the market into a bear market. And for me, if I had to put my bet, and Mutasco is probably going to be all over this, if I have to put my bet, what is the first negative black fucking swamp coming into crypto that's going to put us in a bear market? It's not a war. It's none of that. It's MicroStrategy. If this motherfucker fails with all this fucking with his fucking company, that is the first hit on crypto that will turn us into a bear market. Remember this, guys. I don't like what's going on with that guy. He just bought fucking billions of Bitcoins. And let me tell you that guy's playing a dangerous fucking game. And it's not by me, but a lot of people that understand numbers and what's going on there and the scheme that's happening there. And by MicroStrategy fucking going down and dumping, that could be a start of a bear market in crypto.
That's a good point.
Yo, Matt.
Well, yeah.
Matt and Mar, do you guys think that because the way I'm looking at it, I think not the bull, but like the bullish momentum we have ends around March, April, goes into summer for like some sideways action, and then we get some blow off tops September, October, November. That's what I think.
I could see this going the whole fucking 2025 a bull.
But
like
even during the summer, Mark, summer's notoriously fucking shit. Like
well,
even this
yeah.
past summer,
No. We'll be trading sideways for some time, but it won't be that, that panic. You understand what I'm saying? Like that we got. It won't be that unless we get something like, because this micro strategy is fucking scary. I don't like it one bit, But I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong. But that's something that could start a bear market and bring fear if this clown, goes that seems to feel like he doesn't have enough fucking bitcoins and money, just keeps just too aggressive, man. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, and the other thing with MicroStrategy buying Bitcoin, he always says he's never, selling, right? But the easiest way, well, not the easiest, but one of the easiest way for him to get more is to fucking shake the tree. He dumps 50% of his position, Bitcoin dumps completely, everyone panic sells, and then he buys back in with all those profits he's already made. And he hasn't done that yet to our knowledge, right? I mean, I don't look at his fucking books or anything, but at any moment he could do that just to get a better position, And I mean, that would be smart on his end. He has a good chunk of supply. Like fucking all of a sudden people start panicking, see MicroStrategy, dumping their fucking thing. But again, he hasn't done it thus far to my knowledge. He keeps buying it. He keeps saying he doesn't, want to, lose what he has going on and keep, I saw a couple interviews with him over the last few, weeks from various podcasts and shit. He's like, I'm just not selling. He's like, it's the Manhattan of the internet. If you buy property in Manhattan, it just keeps going up ever since what, the 1800s, whenever it was bought. Like it just keeps going up. And he's like, for me, that's Bitcoin. I buy Bitcoin because in 20 years, it's going to be up. In 100 years, it's going to be up. Long after the dust from my bones have, faded away, it's going to be up. So why would I ever sell it? He's like, because the other thing that people forget is you can borrow against your assets. So, I mean, I think it was stupid to be borrowing against Bitcoin, but you can borrow against your assets instead of selling them. There's plenty of companies that do that. But yeah, I think it's interesting with MicroStrategy just continuously buying, and I don't think he's going to stop. I do think he's going to at some point sell off just to get more, though. I think he's going to do that at some point, but just to get more. But yeah,
hey,
Matt,
yeah, I was going to say on Bitcoin too. I just got back from Florida here this weekend, and I spent a lot of time down there with a lot of people that were extremely wealthy and juiced in to the very top. And I actually got put in a room. I called it the timeout room, made everybody else in there laugh. I got put into a room because I don't have the kind of money, influence, and power these guys have. So I got put into a room with like valets and assistants, so to speak. And in our little conversation in there was like, God, what do these guys talk about? Like what's so secretive? I mean, we're talking like bug sweeps. So when I did get a chance to talk to some of these guys who are extremely well off, I picked their brain on crypto. And here's my take. They all own Bitcoin. Every one of them owns Bitcoin. They wouldn't even talk about altcoins or meme coins. Meme coins to them would be like, do not insult me with a meme coin. Okay. Altcoins, they didn't want to even mention it. They were so anti altcoin. They wouldn't even talk XRP or Ethereum. They're like, oh yeah, I have 100 Bitcoins or whatever, it's like, oh, cool. Or I have 1 Bitcoin, or I just bought a couple Bitcoins, but everything else to them on crypto was nothing. To these guys, whales, it was Bitcoin or nothing. And that kind of set me back a little bit in my chair. And I'm like, wow, why? But, who knows with this Michael Saylor stuff going on and everything else and regulation. I'm going to do a lot more research on that of why, because yeah, they're real estate moguls. They're big guys. But it's like
Matt,
only Bitcoin was kind of strange.
Matt, that's what I was saying earlier. I've done a bunch of portfolios where, for rich people down here in Florida, Miami, Florida, I did one for a billionaire, his son that wanted to get into crypto. And all they want is freaking Bitcoin, because the rich listen to the rich, So, and you got to give it to them. Bitcoin has the liquidity. It's much safer. It has withstand 4 or 5 bear markets, whatever it is. So you got to understand them for that. But there's a few that like I said earlier in the space that he bought Dutch, and he's so happy that he took his profit from Dutch, and he stayed with more than half actually with Dutch. He's like, so he understands it now, and now that rich guy goes to another rich guy and says, "Hey, no, look, when Mark did the portfolio for me, I did go 20% on these altcoins that I made more money off. Give it a chance." So they start learning. Okay, it's not just Bitcoin. And I've had a few rich people that have called me back and say, "Hey, you know what? I want to put some more money into this coin that you told me, Kaspa, Dogecoin, Shiba, Ethereum, especially Ethereum and XRP that they like, I'm like, cool, man, let's do it, And so it takes time for them to trust me. So the reason why they're rich, they play with low risk, and for them, Bitcoin is completely like low risk compared to the altcoins. But yeah, man, that this was 2 days ago. I found my mistake by coincidence. He goes, "Hey, man, thank you for that Dodge call. I'm glad that I diversified my portfolio and didn't go all into Bitcoin." It goes, "Fucking awesome, dude."
Yo, great. Excuse me. Oh my God, I almost just died. Great stuff. Yeah, I love these, macro conversations, especially about, Bitcoin maximalism or whatever versus, everything else. Because there are a lot of people that don't want to leave their ecosystem. And it's kind of weird to me. I was kind of like this at the beginning. But, definitely glad I got to branch out. Because, you get to open your eyes a little bit. I want to go to your corp. I see Flippy down there.
And Pay, one last thing, man. One last thing I do want to say. That individual that said in the space, like basically Bitcoin is not crypto. He's right in a way, because a lot of this rich fuck says like, no. I don't want to invest on crypto. I want to invest on Bitcoin. They think that Bitcoin is not even crypto. That's how crazy it is,
Yo, Mark, like Zach was saying last week, you definitely gotta get your own show, dude. That shit would be fucking funny. Just so you know, those clips I was talking about for that end of year compilation, I'm adding. There's a bunch of clips of just you just fucking freaking out and doing stupid shit. So, dude, definitely get your own show. Obviously, don't leave the Breakfast Club, but maybe.
And listen, no. And by the way, guys, I know there was someone that came up the space there that tits the coin. It's like a $500 billion market cap now. The sex coins are fucking pumping, dude. They are. You got.
Oh my God!
Tits.
Can I speak on that?
Of course,
you got tits. You got ass. You got pussy. You have. I mean, they are, dude. I'm like, they're so annoying because in my alpha team, they're fucking driving me nuts. Oh, I put money on tits. I put money on ass. I'm like, guys, that's it. No more.
It's
I
not.
haven't had sex.
Yo,
I haven't had sex
Flip
like over a year.
Hey, Mar, it's not that
Yo,
tits coin that you were talking about.
That's fucking funny, dude. I'm fucking crying. Yeah, I want to get to your corp and I want to get to Flippy. Yo, real quick, I know I wasn't going to mention it, but Nova just hit $440,000 market cap, all-time high. Just going to leave that there. Call that 500 by Zach from Subway right next to me, and I was the person right after him. 400, and dude, that's 1,000x almost, by the way. Just so everyone knows what 1,000x looks like. That was on the show. Thank you. Your corp. Oh, wait, Zach. There you are.
Hey, but before we get to your corp and Flippy, and then I just want to mention Arcus is our sponsor today, guys. One of our main sponsors. They're going to be with us for a while too. So we always have new people popping in. Right now, we've got over 1,300 people with us live on YouTube and X too. So just shouting them out. I'm going to pull them up on the live stream too, and been showing their page. Give them a follow. Hop in and see what they're doing. Follow all their socials. Get in their Telegram. If you guys are into gaming, this could be a very, very low cap gem right now. A very nice play, kind of under the hood that not a lot of people are talking about right now. And I know for sure that they've got a ton of big time alpha coming. I'm not going to release all that right now because they're going to be coming back in here in the following weeks and months to drop some of that on all of us. So shout out to them. One of our main sponsors. Just wanted to give them some love real quick. Your corp, go ahead, bro.
Zach,
Yeah,
real quick, I actually have a few questions for Arcus. Maybe we can do that towards the end of the space. Because I'm the gamer of the fucking panel, right? So like, I got questions that need answers.
100%. Yeah. We'll definitely come back around and give Arcus the floor again and take some questions from the audience. And let's get down to your court, Flippy and LG.
Good morning, guys. I hope everybody's doing good today. I'm doing great because I'm alive, and my kids and my family are great too. So I hope all of your families are doing great too. First, I want to go ahead and start when it comes to what Larry said earlier. I got into Pokemon since I was a kid, but I got into really collecting the cards about like 9 months ago. And for some reason, I don't know nothing about the digital space when it comes to Pokemon. But when it comes to the card, I call it real NFT cards because pretty much that's what it is, guys. NFT is booming right now, guys. I don't know what happened in the last year that everybody decided to, hey, let's go get into more Pokemon and more Pokemon and more Pokemon, because in the past 6 months and a half, after I already got in this, in my area, there have been over 13 new TGC stores selling Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon cards, Digimon, all those stuff. Even now that Dragon Balls, all these animes are coming up with those cards. We're talking about cards that are worth thousands of dollars that you can easily pull it out of a pack of like $5. Now, of course, the luck is up to you. Now, something that I was thinking since I started this and since way before, because back in the days, they had some cards that you can scan it in your Game Boy, like the Pokemon cards that you pull out of the packs and then scan it on the Game Boy and be able to, I think, interact. I don't know how much interact to it, but it would be kind of cool that they do something like that with these cards, that they pull out like a special edition of Pokemon cards coming out with digital Pokemon cards that you pull it out and then you can scan it in your phone and have it digital and then convert it into an NFT and trade it in the market. That'll be actually pretty fucking cool. I'll be something that I'll look at it that people will invest a lot of money in it, just because I see it already happening in the live Pokemon, in the cards. I've been in the past few months, I've been into a lot of collecticons, a lot of card shows, and guys, it's incredible. One night there was, I didn't believe it, but there was so much money moving one night in what is called a trade night, that people were selling their own stuff, a vintage package. We're talking about a little pack of 10 cards for $6,500. And people were buying it. The seller was ear to ear happy. It's a freaking smile bigger than smiley face. Like, it's incredible how incredible that was. Like, that community is growing fast, is making a lot of money. And if you guys are not into it or anything, you don't have to be into it. Just look at it and you guys will definitely see that you guys can make some good money the same way that we make money here in crypto, because that's just NFT pretty much. That's what I think. Then that's when it comes to that topic. My second topic is, guys, I want you guys to, like we always say every day, share the room, like the room. Everybody here provides alpha, but I really want to give props to, mainly right now in this conversation, always to you guys, but Larry have been a great addition to this Crypto Breakfast Club. I really don't know how he got involved. I don't know if it was Zach from Subway paid, or himself just came through. I wasn't that active those few months that Larry was starting first here. But Larry, I thank you so much, bud, for giving all this information that you provide, because this is information that I know no other space can give you guys, because Larry is with the people that make the coins, guys. Like, he have meeting with those people face to face. What closer alpha you can get from him, from anybody that is dealing with the creators of the tokens, with the devs, with everything, like, what is the best of that? You only can find it here at the Crypto Breakfast Club. So guys, make sure you retweet. Everybody in YouTube, everybody here in X Space, do it. Tell everybody, tell your friends, tell your family, because I know in the bear market, they were like, oh, you crazy, blah, 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 yada, yada. But now that Bitcoin is high, I'm getting so many calls of those people that were saying, oh, no, that's a fraud, blah, blah, blah. Now they're like, bro, how do I get in? Bro, this and that. Bro, I should have got it in your time. And I'm like, yeah, you should have just followed the Crypto Breakfast Club, bro. So that's what I'm telling everybody now. When they talk to me about crypto, I just tell them to join here. And if they don't join, then I don't talk to them. No, not I don't talk to them personally, but I don't talk to them about crypto because I don't got that much information as you guys have. So the best way to get it is over here. So everybody, again, in YouTube and here and XSpace, share the room, provide it to everybody. Tell your friend, tell your coworker, tell your family, tell your mistress, tell anybody that you have around you. Tell them about this space because this is the best space. And then the last one was, I forgot what was the last one. I hope I remember later on, and then I'll come back again. But yeah, that is pretty much it, guys. I wish you have a great day. Thank you for having me, Zach. You know, I'll always be supporting you 100%, 24/7, 365 until we die with the crypto shit. Because of you, Zach, and Paige, you guys have hooked me up. Even though you guys don't know it, but you guys have hooked me up with my life big time, man. Big time, big time. God bless you guys. Be safe.
Appreciate you, brother, as always, man. Yeah, Larry has been a phenomenal addition. I've known Larry going back to when I first jumped in crypto, and I just happened to jump on a space. Actually, it was a space that our now sponsor was on that day. Kind of crazy how this whole space works. Arcus was on a space. I popped in there. They were talking about gaming, and I heard Larry's voice. I'm like, I've heard this dude talk before. I've been on calls with this guy, and I sent him a message, or he sent me a message. That's why it's so important, man, in this space to just network, right? And just constantly foster these relationships because you never know. And then all of a sudden now Larry comes in here all the time, drops us information and insights, hooks us up with Arcus. And this is how you do it, man. Like, this is what it's all about. So
yes, you're right.
yeah, man.
I actually, sorry to interrupt you there, but I actually did remember that you mentioned because it's for the gaming Arcus. The question I have is when it comes to the gaming, the game itself, is this a game that you download in a platform on Xbox, PlayStation, or is it a website for it directly, or just through the blockchain? How can I get that game? Because that game sounds pretty interesting. I like to play a lot of shooting game, especially third-person shooter game. It's one of my favorite. And also, if while you play, do you earn those coins of yours, or is it something that you got to buy separately and then integrate it into the game? How does that work? If you guys could tell me a little bit of that, if it is time.
Dan, do you want to jump in on that? Go ahead, bro. Dan, are you there?
I guess they're not available. I'll wait until the end of the space whenever the page starts doing more questions, and then I'll get those questions back in.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. Yeah, we'll come back around. He might have to just step out for a few too.
No problem.
Flippy, what's going on, man?
Hey, how are you guys?
Doing great, brother. How are you?
Doing great as well. First off, I wanted to say, Mar, your comment about touching grass had me rolling, man. That was hilarious. So yeah, I don't know if you guys know, we're a meme coin on the XRP ledger and some global things happening over there. All of the XRP coins are about to get listed on Dex Screener. So floods of liquidity coming that way, plus with all the eyes on XRP because of the recent price action. So yeah, we're an organic meme coin over there. We've got a full development team. We've got our own artist, Critic, who just crushes it. So yeah, I just wanted to say that we've got a video contest going on. If any of you guys are video content creators and looking to get into Flippy, we're giving away 589 Flippy, which is right now close to $500. So check out the page over there and enter it. We'll throw you some Flippy. So
we got to get you guys up here as a sponsor too. We got to talk in the back channels. I think we were talking for a minute, but I know how it's always crazy. But we're gonna have another crazy XRP meme coin space. I was talking to Doctor about that on the back channels, but I'm looking for a few of the really solid ones, maybe wanting to partner up with us. I think that'd be awesome if you guys are down for it.
Yeah, we definitely want to, Zach. We were kind of focused on we were kind of focused on the deck screener thing for a while, but obviously that's just been like free beer tomorrow. You know, they keep saying it's coming. I know they're working on it, but that's kind of where our focus was. But yeah, definitely interested in that.
Hell yeah, man.
And
yeah, we're going to do another one of those mega spaces soon. At some point this week. I was just, Doctor, I saw your message too, and I'm flooded with DMs on X. I'm going to get to all those later today.
Oh,
but
man. I don't know how you do it, man. I barely have any following, and I get a ton of messages already. But yeah, Flippy, I would say get it set up for marketing, but preferably as Dex hits, so you're ready to go with Zach.
All right, sweet. Yeah, definitely. And also, if you guys want to know more about Flippy, we just did an interview with Doctor. So Dr. Crypto Man down there, go check out his YouTube channel. We're on that. Yeah, and like everybody else has said, like and retweet this room. There's some great stuff going on here. So yeah, thanks a bunch, guys. If you have any questions, please reach out.
Hell yeah, brother. Appreciate that. For sure, for sure. Yeah, guys, share the room. We got about a half hour left. Man, it's been an unbelievable show, especially on YouTube, just looking at the numbers right now. Ton of people flowing in. We've already had over 3,400 viewers on the live stream. That number will continue to grow. Haven't even checked it on X, but usually we get over 1,000 people who check in over there too. And then on the space itself, we're rocking and rolling, man. The Breakfast Club is growing. Thanks to all of you guys for making it possible. So help us out. Continue to comment down there, share the room. We got about a half hour left here today, and man, great start to the week already.
Hey, Doc, real last thing. Do you care if I pin our contest up?
Yeah, man.
All right,
Go ahead,
sweet. Thank you.
Go for it.
All right, let's get down to LG, and then we'll get over to Quantum Secure Crypto.
Thank you for the mic. I'm going to leave my hand up just for just intensive purposes, because sometimes people say oh, who's talking, et cetera, et cetera. Sometimes people are rugging. I know for me, I rug a lot. So everything that Flippy said, I actually couldn't hear, but I could read via captions. I'm not sure if you know the captions meta, but if you click the 3 dots to the left of the leave sign and you click on view rules, you only have to do that once. But then once you hit that view rules button, there's always going to be a thing that says turn on or turn off captions. And that is my alpha for today, because if you ever think that somebody unmuted their mic and you can't hear them, this will clear that up for you, because it will transcribe every single message and crosstalk that might be existing. So I don't know if that makes sense. I'm sorry. And I'm on another space on a different device, but I had a few points to make. So that was just one, but you first talked about porn meme coins specifically. And I've taken a special interest in that over the past couple of months, because I discovered this hack. Okay. And there's this hack that if you search for these 2 words, and it's a shill, no, excuse me, it's a share, not a shill, because I actually don't own the coins. And I'm comfortable not talking about the words if that's not something that you're down with. I don't know your rules, Zach, so you have to lead me a little bit.
I don't know where this is going, but
so if you let me cook, I'll come to a point. If you
Mar, I blame fucking Mar, dude. Holy shit. LG, go ahead. We're gonna give you a little rope here. Let's see what you got.
Just
What's
give
going
me a little rope, and I promise I won't hang myself.
Just a little bit. Let's see.
Okay, so I'm not even gonna say the 2 words, but there's 2 words. One starts with a C and one starts with a W. I have posted them all over my timeline. And what one word means is sex in Hindu. It's like a word that when you search for this word on X, you just literally go to the X search bar and you search for that word. You will find that every 3 seconds, someone posts something with that word that starts with a C and ends with an I. Okay? So 3 seconds, every 3 seconds. And there is a token that exists, because I ran my mouth about this for 3 months and nobody believed me. The market cap might be low, but it's a runner and I don't own it. Full disclosure, NFA, not financial advice, but I called this a very long time ago, before it even existed. The second coin that I don't know if it exists starts with an W and ends with an A, and it actually has 2 A's at the end. And I don't know if there's a coin for it, but even if there is, It's irregardless. That has been all over a prominent member in a community that I belong in. His timeline, he said, no, you called that. And I said, yes, because that was the other one. So the two words would go back and forth between, so content creators that are lazy on the OnlyFans aspect of Twitter will use that to post their content. They won't even come up with a full sentence. They will literally post the C word that ends in the I, their video or their picture. And the same thing goes with the W word that ends with an A. What the W word means is like jiggle and like oil. So you'll find pictures and content and video where like girls' asses are jiggling and stuff like that. And that, the meta on that has slowed down because the first one that I mentioned that starts with a C, so alphabetically speaking, the word that starts with a C is going to perform better. And I believe that that should be a coin that's launched on Jump Fund, which is different than Pump Fund. And I bring that up because I'm not sure how familiar everybody in here is with Jump Fund, but it's essentially Pump Fund, but for Ethereum. And I hear people saying, oh, the gas fees are higher, but guess what? I want them to be higher because I want it to be a 404 project where I take my own adult images that I don't have the IP rights for. And I create that as an NFT collection that is tradable with these coins, right? That's my goal. So I want to create one on Pump and one on Jump, or CTO, the ones that already exist. I have a few goals in mind. I'd like to get like 10 different communities together, pull all of our resources and launch over a 3-day period. I want to say 72 hours. I want to set a world record for one, the number of porn meme coins being CTO'd by communities. So each community might get 10,000 coins to CTO. And I'm dead serious. Or 5,000 coins. Like depending on how big that community is and how much they can handle, I would dole out, okay, you get 1,000 coins, you get 250. And from that percentage, from whatever money and market cap it goes up, we will work out a contract where each community gets a kickback depending on how much they can put in. Now, who will get 10%, who will get 90%? That's like up to like how many people are involved. So I want to get key opinion leaders from each community to talk to, put them all in a group and be like, okay, how can we do this? Because I'm part of different ones. Like I'm on stage with somebody like Zach who has a ton of people on his on his YouTube, on his X Spaces. There is money to be made, but I believe the meta is changing. Now that Jump Fund exists, Pump Fund is going to either die or ride the wave with it. Pump Fund is going to be the next Vine. And if you don't remember what Vine is, Vine was Instagram Reels or Instagram Shorts before they existed. Instagram put them out of business. Do you think that Jump Fund could put Pump Fund out of business? I believe so, because I believe we're transitioning back to Ethereum. So if you want to stay relevant, you better be launching a coin on both chains, which leads me to my next point. I want to launch a coin in 24 hours, the same coin or multiple coins that are all porn related. And I want to launch them on different chains. I want to launch one on Ethereum, one on Solana, one on Base, one on Ape, one on this, all at the same time.
You know what you could do, actually?
Yeah, please,
for that
please.
to happen? You could talk to Paul Chain, because with Paul Chain, you can launch multiple.
Hold on, let me write that down.
Different ones.
Paw Chain? Excuse me, what was that? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Paul Chain. They're actually one of our
Like
weekly
PAW? Like
Yep.
P. So I'm writing this all down because
Yeah, you can launch a project on their chain with multiple liquidity or one liquidity pool on multiple chains.
So now what chains do they work on? Because I still
a lot. Ethereum, what is it? BNB, Zach from Subway. I can't think of all
BNB. So I would prefer to like do the pump separately and the jump, but like I appreciate that information because I will look into that paw thing, because if I can do it on multiples, I just think that there's a certain dichotomy in being live on Pump Fund and Jump Fund at the same time. I don't even know if Jump Fund has the capability to do a live stream, but I've done live streams for the past 12 years. Like I'm a former like webcam model and like I shine as like a virtual entertainer. So I have people in different communities asking me when I'm going to launch a Pump Fund, and I'm like, absolutely not, because I'm going to launch both.
So
and like people constantly tell me you shouldn't be telling your ideas, you shouldn't this, you shouldn't that, but at the end of the day, somebody's going to hear me anyway, and somebody's going to do the work, and somebody already did. Somebody took that word, the C word that I mentioned, and they made it a token. And I called it back in August when I saw one viral fucking tweet about a guy playing video games, and it was like blah 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 till I die.
LG speaking.
And it's just so basically to round trip
Yeah.
really quickly and get back to where I started. Those two words, if you search for them on Twitter, you will find literally it turns your Twitter feed and your algorithm into Pornhub, but for X. And Elon Musk does nothing about it. He lets it rock.
LG, can
So
you hear me?
I'm not even saying those words for the
LG, can you hear Zach?
No,
He's
I
okay?
can't.
Oh,
Zach, he can't hear you.
But Pay, tell her to join
But I can read what he said. If he said did he say?
Tell her.
Did he say? Is he Crypto Man?
Wait, hold on
1 sec.
Yeah,
LG, I'll relay it. Go ahead, Zach.
Tell her to join the Crypto Breakfast Club and get in touch with Brian on there, and then she from then can join Paw Chain and then get all the information. Okay, I'll shut up.
Yeah, so basically, Zach said join the Crypto Breakfast Club Telegram. You'll find Brian in there. Brian's the lead dev of Paw Chain. They're compatible on Ethereum-based, BNB, Arbitrum, Polygon, Avalanche, Optimism, and just most recently Kronos as well. So it could be something there. Yeah, so that's interesting stuff. I mean, this space is freaking wild, man, for sure. There's so many different things happening at once and different metas for sure. Matt, what's up, man?
Hey, I just wanted to say something about CTOs.
Yeah.
So what she was talking about, like where everything's going, right? A while back, I got into this little Chinese rabbit called Ming. It went way up, took a little bit of profit, and now it went back down to like it's down to like 200K market cap. But that little sucker has like 15 million followers on TikTok and growing. And it's only a matter of time before that becomes a CTO. I'm not shilling. I guess I am shilling for it, but that's where I see a lot of these things going that look like they're going to fail, but they have huge followings on whatever, OnlyFans, TikTok, Instagram, X. And once they get a CTO, then they start to take off. So right now, just giving a little bit of insight here, my opinion, it'd be a great time to get back into like Ming, because if you do the research on it, there's no reason that thing shouldn't be way into the millions for a market cap, but it doesn't have a leader, doesn't have a CTO. All right.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, a lot of this stuff has popped up via TikTok, and then it kind of infiltrates into crypto, and it's just nuts, man, how quickly things can catch on. Like the whole peanut thing is just baffles my mind. But Baggy's up here. Baggy, what's going on?
Hi guys, I'm good. I'm just listening you. Interesting things like how all these things will start to go. Like I saw now something like in a group chat. Someone said last cycle there was less than 5,000 cryptocurrency in total, and now we have millions and millions. So it's kind of different now. And I think it will be a little bit hard to people and retail or normies to find the project that really deserve, that it's more work now for meme coins community to find different ways, to market in different ways. We will not be just work hard, be in spaces, or just this. And it's kind of but in the final, I think the work will be rewarded, if you come with different marketing. But I really believe that the best marketing that you can have is the community. So it's this is the direction I think that we need to go. Doesn't matter what kind of coin do you have, if you have a community around you, if you have people that like you, like you don't need to be you can be a person that known that people know you, and you launch a meme coin like LG want to do. If you have a community, that community can work for their bags and can start to pump the coin. So again we come back in crypto with with this idea of having community, and community is the best because crypto it's a community. So was another thing, like in Romania. I'm from Romania. Also, I'm docs, guys. In Romania was a election yesterday. Someone from a legionnaire, if you know legionnaires, what is that? It's an extremist one. He was the first one. So we have it's different in Romania. So we have the second stage. 2 weeks in front, and that guy won because he used it a lot of bots on TikTok, and people saw him everywhere, and people started to like a lot of comments about his name. And yeah, I don't say that it's a bad guy or good guy, but he's an extremist, and all the time extremes are not good. So the thing is communities will win everywhere, and I said that because I made a correlation between why I need someone to represent me, why I need someone to represent me in words, like a president, and I said, man, in this moment with cryptocurrency I don't need, so I give a fuck about that. No, of course I will go and I lose my vote, but we are in a community, we are in crypto community, and we need kind of to help each other to grow, to promote the good project, and to it's like in Switzerland. If you know the Switzerland have a system like that. If you have problem, if you don't have a job, you'll go to the community will help you. So it's kind of crypto can be like that. So to help each other to grow together, to grow the community, to grow the crypto, and finish off the story. We all will be successful in the final. So yeah, nice talk, guys. Nice. I will stay here. I will continue to stay here.
Yeah, man, for sure. Yeah, we got about 15 minutes left. I want to go back up to Arcus here, our main sponsor today. Arcus, Paid had a question. I know somebody else might hear. It's up on the panel. Paid, I'll give you the mic, man. We got about 15 minutes left. And again, shout out to our sponsor, Arcus, guys. If you're not yet following them here on X, make sure you do so. They're going to be coming in with a ton of alpha over the next few weeks and months, as we'll have them up here periodically and be giving them a platform to share what they're doing. So, Paid, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, Arcus, are you back yet?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right,
Sorry,
cool. So, I'm the gamer of the group, I guess you could say, even though I really only play one game right now, Tekken. That's all I really play right now. That's all I really have time for, because the matches are quick and get in and out when I have to. But my question to you is, a lot of games, right? Not even in Web3, but just gaming in general. There's always new games coming out. So my question to you is, how is what is the game called? Arcus
Arcus Champions.
Yeah, Arcus Champions, exactly. How are you gonna stay competitive with an ever-changing gaming market and narrative with your product, Arcus Champions, when so many games come out? And you can see, especially if you're a gamer, there's so many games that were like huge, like even a year ago, 2 years ago, that are they're not doing the same numbers. I mean, Overwatch is a huge example, right? Like there's a bunch of games like that had a huge following, and just the games start to plateau and then start to fall off. Some survive, like League of Legends is a great example, Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, like all these are great examples. How are you going to put yourself in a position to succeed long term?
Cheers, thank you, and great question. So firstly, I'll kind of like explain a little bit of the distinction, right? There's, here I'm speaking on the Arcus Twitter, and then we have Arcus Champions. And the way to view it is that, Arcus, the assets and the project is actually about the IP, right? It's about these cartoony apes, this jungle planet where effectively, there's this contrast between nature and technology. And our kind of like long-term goal is to actually build a really strong IP that's kind of like birthed in crypto. And I guess like a good comparison to, in my opinion, the number one IP in crypto would be Pudgy Penguins, right? Like something that can scale beyond one single game into multiple products. So this is like
what Arcus is about. With regards to Arcus Champions, I do agree that in the sense that like I think that lots of different games is actually a feature, right? As in like people like bouncing between different games. Myself too, like over the course of my life, I've played lots of different games. Sometimes you just wanna change. So partly it's the way we monetize is actually more of a premium model, which isn't actually so common in Web3 gaming, but it's because like partly our roots and everything, but we kind of believe more in like an initial push and then getting like an initial like big buzz around the game and being able to monetize that aspect, and obviously that revenue then flows back into the Arcus token and token holders. And then the way that we aim to kind of like engage the core community is to effectively provide seasonal updates. So this will be like different skins that explore the story as we go along. And actually, like after the early access release, we do plan on doing like a full release on console platforms where we add a story mode into the game, because we think that'll just be a good way to bring back some players, and obviously also a good way to expand the audience. But specifically on like the multiplayer side, we have the skill staking protocol that effectively empowers players to vote on the things that they want to see. So this, partly includes, balancing weapons, etc. But one of the core things is actually implementing new game modes. This is kind of like how we can keep, the template of the IP, the world, the guns, etc. abilities. Those are things that we can't necessarily always change, but we can introduce new stuff over time. But the game modes is where we really want to kind of like grow and have like a lot of variety over time, so that maybe you come in, you get really stuck into like one of our first game modes going to be Banana Fever. You get really into that, like you enjoy it, and you enjoy like the game flow. That's like you got to extract bananas and put them in the vault, and then they call like an extraction. It's like I don't know what the name is in English actually. It's like a extraction balloon. Sorry, that brings away those bananas, and then we'll effectively let players vote on like the game modes that they want us to work on. Obviously, there's some dev time around this. Like we expect that we can make a new game mode every 3 months. But this will be like a core way in which we keep and retain, the core community that we have. And then obviously growth through single player story. But I do completely agree that like, chances are like if you look at like Palworld, you look at Helldivers, you look at most of the biggest hits of 2024 that had multiplayer capability in them, and the charts always spike. There's usually a spike in the first 2 months, and then obviously like it really goes down, and this creates like I think unnecessary FUD. I mean, on behalf of some people, because like this is exactly, it's the nature of games, right? Like people want to play a game for a few months and then they want to jump to a new game, and then maybe we do an update, a DLC or something, and then you get people back into your game for a specific amount of time. So yeah, this is like part of our approach. But yeah, like what we're really kind of focused on in terms of always being able to bring people back is the uniqueness of our IP. And it's so simple. It's apes with fruit guns, right? And it's never been done before for some odd reason. But it's, yeah, I'm kind of like obsessed with it with regards to the fact that I think it's going to hit extremely well with, especially younger demographics. It's extremely kid friendly. It's also very memey, right? Which is key in terms of virality and in terms of like user generated content and stuff. So yeah, this is kind of like our approach.
Awesome. And do you have a core demographic when it comes to country or region? I know for gaming, some games work better in America, some games work better, in Asia. A lot of the top competitive games like League of Legends, like, yes, people play League of Legends in America, but like the best competitors come from, Korea, China, Japan. And same with even Tekken, like all the best players are from over there, except for the kid from where is he from Pakistan? I forget his name off the top of my head. But so my question is like, where do you see your game getting the most eyes, and do you already have a marketing strategy behind that?
Yeah. So I personally think that our game is going to resonate more with Western audiences. So most of our team were based in Europe, and then obviously US. A big part of our current audience is US based. English speaking countries, also Australia, etc. Right now, we are actually pushing to do a regional push in Korea and Japan. Reason being is we want to leverage obviously the association with Sony, which is incredibly strong in the region, and Japan and South Korea are two of the biggest markets when it comes to revenue for especially higher end games, because we'll be on PC and eventually on console. But I do expect that we're targeting US, obviously Latin America, South America is actually an increasingly big market, which we'll also be targeting, and then mostly Europe, to kind of explain. We have a regional approach though, which hasn't yet kicked off now, but that'll kind of be the way that we approach things. In terms of specific marketing, most of our marketing is going to be online, and one of the main events is going to be the upcoming Steam Next Fest in February, which is actually one of the best opportunities for games to really get a spotlight on Steam. And then, as I said, more of kind of a regional approach. But we're also, in a process of speaking to publishers, and we do kind of expect, their, mentorship when it comes to also planning out a rollout. So yeah, but I do expect that the game itself, the way it's the way it is graphically, a lot of people have compared it to, it reminds them of Borderlands and stuff, with the cell shading. Another game that really did well with a similar visual style, it's by Tango Frameworks. I forget the name right now, but it was also leveraging a cell shaded style. These games seem to perform a lot better in Western audiences. That's just kind of the way it is set up right now. But we are going to see how Korea and Japan respond to the game, and if we get obviously very positive feedback in terms of wish lists, etc., we are going to push on those markets too. So yeah, that's kind of the overview.
Yo, love it. And another question, last question for me. Again, I'm the gamer of the room, but are you looking at talking to any licensed IPs like perhaps Dragon Ball Z? Because a lot of the Saiyans turn into giant monkeys or gorillas. That's just one I can think of off the top of my head, but there's a ton out there. Have you thought about, or not you specifically, but have you guys at your team thought about anything in that realm?
So obviously these would be very good strategies to boost RIP significantly, and I'm not, there's nothing locked in right now, but I mean, over 2024 I've spoken to pretty much every gaming chain out there, discussed grants, investments, etc. And when we kind of met the Sonium team in August, there's a good reason why I narrowed in on them, because when it comes to gaming, Sony is a top 3. Obviously they're massive in music, entertainment, etc., but you can't deny the actual resources that they have with the PlayStation platform, but also with all the IPs that they have internally. But it goes beyond that. It goes to the fact that they know pretty much every single game studio out there that's building on PlayStation. They know the guys who are making the Dragon Ball games. They know the guys making the Naruto games. They know all of them. They know the team that did Sun Wukong. So this is kind of pretty much one of our main strategies to effectively align with Sony. And an interesting thing actually was, around September, Sony's CFO, he actually said that Sony is now looking to get involved a lot more with early stage IPs. So this is something that really sparked my attention. Obviously, you know, they had a big failure with Concord and Firewalk Studios that cost them like 100 mil for very little ROI. And yeah, it seems that right now they're looking to get involved with like new, fresh IPs in the early stages, which is pretty much where we're at right now. So yeah, like, you know, a big part of our, I guess, like business strategy is to align with Sony, which we've already done obviously with building on Sonium, and to then effectively, yeah, try and get them behind the game in any capacity that we can, and to then really grow the IP from there, right? Because, you know, I also kind of have this view that being one of the first projects, you know, in gaming on Sonium, and effectively building our reputation, not only, you know, externally, but also with the Sonium team as pioneers on the gaming front, will open up, you know, a lot of doors as, you know, exactly IPs and companies that are associated with Sony, right? When these companies want to get into Web3 gaming, chances are that they're going to be connected to the Sonium team, right? Like it just makes a lot of sense to me. And yeah, effectively, like we'll be there. I mean, I have to say that, you know, my entire professional life has been just Web3 gaming. Right? Out of uni, I kind of specialized in blockchain, and in 2021, I just got into Web3 gaming. I've only briefly interned at an AI startup for like 6 months. So this is really like my bread and butter, and yeah, this is like, you know, I'd really love, honestly, like I love posting the Dragon Ball memes, like Goku going into ape mode. I think those are like some of the best ones to post from our account, and yeah, like it's something that hopefully we can work towards. Obviously, you know, even Dragon Ball, they have a massive presence in Japan, and yeah, this is definitely something that we'd like to explore over time, but nothing concrete so far.
Awesome. That's all I got for today, but prepare for more. Zach, I'll give it back to you. There you go. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Awesome stuff. Yeah, I mean, that takes us right to the top of the hour, 11:30 here, guys. Quantum, I'll give you the floor real quick, and then we're going to get up on out of here, man, but I know you've been waiting. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I mean, I appreciate it. I don't know, really, I mean, it's real quick, so I don't really have anything like urgent, or if there's anything you want to talk about or whatever. I don't know exactly, because it's so quick. But my primary area of interest is quantum secure cryptography, and you know, and stuff related to that. I mean, I bought Bitcoin for $8 back in 2011, so I've been around the block, I guess, through these things, and you know, having fun with everything. And I hope you all are having fun too. It's a great space. So, you know, everything's going, hope everyone's making money, everyone's doing well. Have a great time and everything. And yeah, just leave. It's awesome hearing all the projects. I love the creators. And I'll just say one thing real quick. You know, I've been a heavy user of LLMs for coding. And I think that's great if you're a creator. I think blockchain empowers everybody to create. I think everybody can be an artist. Everyone can be a creator. And if you haven't tried that yet, I encourage everybody to just try it out, because I think if you can copy and paste, then you can make a program now. And cryptocurrency, that's what it was designed to be. It's like programmable money. And the same goes with NFTs or all these other related projects people are building. So, you know, you are all like, you all make it, this all happens. So shout out to everybody, and thanks for the great space, Zach.
Appreciate that, man. And definitely join us again. I gave you a follow too. Definitely come back, and appreciate you coming in. And I guess we'll close with this. Elon has tweeted about Doge. The bull run is on, folks. Elon Musk says Doge is inevitable, and he highlighted Doge, the agency, but the picture is the beloved Dogecoin. So the bull run is on officially. As if we needed any more evidence of that. But yeah, another great show today, guys. We'll be back tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. I was just talking to Doc, who helped us set up the XRP space. By the way, I know a lot of people come in here from the XRP community. A lot of people joining us on our live stream from there too. We're going to do another XRP mega space on Wednesday. On Wednesday, I'll have the space up for tomorrow and the space up for Wednesday later today on the feed. So make sure you follow me right here on X. Follow our co-host Zach Paid and our main sponsor up on the stage today as well, as long as or along with everybody else here too. Mutasco, Mar, all these people up here. Matt, Your Corp, Quantum, Baggy. Follow everybody up here, and we appreciate it. But follow Arcus; they are our main sponsor right now. And shout out to them, man. It was an awesome breakdown. Learned a lot about what they've got cooking. And have a great rest of your day. I'm going to be grinding as always. Going to put out some more content, some more videos for you guys later today. And like Matt, I'm back from Florida too. I got a fresh tan, ready for Thanksgiving. Let's go. Let's go. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. We'll be back. Thanks again, guys.